Hi, I'm Lori Roth. I am an English teacher, an elementary school English teacher for nearly 30 years now, and an in-service counselor from the Northern District. Today, we're going to be working with how to promote speaking for elementary school learners. So let's begin. In this tutorial, teachers, you will learn to integrate morning greetings in pairs, activate learners through warm-up chants, to incorporate simple speaking transitions, moving from one activity to the next, and to implement guessing games on different topics. You'll also learn to design simple pair work tasks to promote speaking. Following this tutorial, your pupils can greet friends using a simple dialogue. They can recite a chant with appropriate stress, rhythm, and intonation. They can play a guessing game, and they can express their preferences. So it's demonstration time. We're going to be demonstrating 4 speaking activities. First, greetings, turn and talk. Second, a warm-up chant to get those mouths moving in English. Third, a transition activity which integrates movement. 4, a guessing game, which also will demonstrate classroom management cues and signals. So welcome to my class. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
And how are you today?
And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Shelley, can you turn and talk to Aharona and say, good morning, how are you today? Please.
Good morning, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good.
Good job. Let's warm up a little bit. I can make you laugh.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
I can make you laugh.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I can make you laugh.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes,
You can.
Good job. Okay, ready? Hands up, repeat. Say after me. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up.
Hands down, hands down, hands down, hands down.
Hands down, hands down, hands down, hands down.
To the right, right, right.
To the right, right, right.
To the left, left, left.
To the left, left, left.
To the front, front, front.
To the front, front, front.
To the back, back, back.
To the back, back, back.
1, 2, 3, quiet. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap 2 times. If you hear me, clap 3 times. 4, 3, 2, eyes on you.
4, 3, 2, eyes on you.
Good job. Okay, so let's take a look at what we just did. First, you saw a morning greetings, turn and talk. The teacher frontally with the class, this is a small class, but frontally does the greetings and then asks a simple, for the students to simply turn and talk to one another. It can be turn to the right, turn to the left. A warm-up chant can be any kind of chant. Here it was, I can make you laugh. Again, something to get those energies going. We use transitions often when we move from one activity to the next or when we see that students are getting restless. When we use total physical response where students are doing the motions, it's a great way of helping them retain the vocabulary and also get some excess
hands up, hands up, hands up, hands.
We're going to play now a guessing game. I'd like you to take a look at how we work. First, I'm thinking of my favorite color. I'm going to teach them I'm thinking of my favorite color, and they'll learn to say, is it? Yes, it is. No, it's not. So welcome back into my classroom. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
remembers colors? Look at your color wheel and tell me, what colors do you see, Aharona?
Purple.
Good job. I see purple.
I see purple.
Shelley.
I see red.
Good job.
I see white.
Excellent.
I see yellow.
Excellent.
I see orange.
One more, Shelley.
I see gray.
Great, you remember the colors. Today we're going to play a game. The game is I'm thinking of my favorite color. You guess. I'm thinking, say, I'm thinking
I'm thinking
of
of
my favorite color.
my favorite color.
I'm thinking of my favorite color.
I'm thinking of my favorite color.
Is it?
Is it
Is it?
Again, is it?
Is it?
Is it blue? Is it?
red?
Is it?
Green?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's
You
not.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking of my favorite color. Guess, Aharona.
Is it purple?
No, it's not.
Is it yellow?
No, it's not.
Is it green?
No, it's not.
Is it blue?
Yes, it is. Shelley, your turn. Please think of a color and the class will guess.
I'm thinking of my favorite color.
Is it brown?
No, it isn't.
Is it green?
No, it isn't.
Is it pink?
No, it isn't.
Is it yellow?
Yes, it is.
Good job. Now, everyone is going to do this with a friend. Aharona and Shelley, you have 2 minutes. Remember, how do we say? I'm thinking
I'm
of
thinking
my favorite color.
of my favorite color.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, begin.
I'm thinking of my favorite color.
Is it black?
No, it isn't.
Is it gray?
No, it isn't.
Is it red?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Good job. So you would switch, but we're going to go back. Okay, thank you. So, we saw here also classroom management's cues and skills that we used, which are very, very useful. But right now we're going to take a closer look at the guessing game. A well-executed speaking activity is broken down into 3 stages. Before the activity, what we need to prepare. During the activity, what needs to happen while the students are speaking. And after, what we can do to learn from the activity. So before the activity, we need to review the key vocabulary. What language is going to be used in the activity? And as you could see, you can do all sorts of warm-up games. You can play with a ball and throw it and translate. You can do a quick reveal where you show part of a picture. Many options for before practice activities. The next stage is you need to model the activity. And the way I did that with my class is I play with them. The winner, the person who guesses, also models with the class. And then, of course, further on, they're ready to actually do that. But there's a whole stages there of modeling. The other thing which you probably noticed is the importance of practicing chorally. Not only the key vocabulary, in this case the colors, but also how you ask the question and how you answer the question. During the activity, you really have 2 options. If you want to promote pupil talk, we put them in pairs or in trios, or if you're adventurous, you can have your students get up, circulate in the classroom, and interview their friends. The same activity exactly, but where they're moving and interviewing more than one partner. We would call that fluid pair activities. During the activities, teachers need to give a time frame. How the activity begins, how the activity ends, and of course it's very useful with younger learners to use counting, 1, 2, 3, begin, and for finishing the activity sometimes we turn the light off and we count how long it takes them to be back in focus. We always provide visual support on the board. It's very, very important to give their students a Pictionary or a picture dictionary, the images which will help them retrieve the language that they'll be using, and also extremely important to write the questions and answers that they're going to be asking for readers, for students that are already reading. During the activity, we want to facilitate the activity. Sometimes students have a hard time, pupils have a hard time finding the partner to work with. And we really want to avoid, to refrain from correcting errors. We can always do that a little bit later. We really want to just get them excited about using the language. What about after the activity? After the activity, when we come back together, students can share what they learned about their friends. We can use simple sentence stems or structures that are on the board or that we practice. For example, Harona likes pink, but she doesn't like green. And the students are listening, but we want to have them more than listen when they're reporting back. So we'd like to have thumbs up if you agree with what's being reported. Here's just another example of how you can take the very same guessing game and turn it into the same game, but just with different vocabulary. Guessing games don't ever get boring from 3rd through 6th grade because children are inherently interested in trying to guess or predict what their friend is thinking. So the topic may change, but the structure of the activity stays the same. So let's just sum it up in a nutshell. We have 3 stages when we're working with speaking activities. The first 3 steps that you hear involve reviewing, modeling the game, choral practice. The during activity, of course, is the actual pair work or trio work or circulating. And the after is actually to ask them what they learned, to have them share it with their friends, and to activate their classmates with a simple thumb up. But you know, we can also take this out of the classroom as an expansion activity. They can take this home with them. So, for example, we can take the same topic that we just played the guessing game with and turn it into a little rap, a little chant, and the students can go home, practice with a family member or a friend, and send it to you as a clip. So let's see what that would look like. Harona, what color do you like? 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 I like but I don't like
I like red, but I don't like brown.
What color do you like?
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 I like blue, but I don't like green. I like blue, but I don't like green. I like blue, but I don't like green.
So,
What color do you like? 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 What color do you like?
So what we saw here was a demonstration of how you can take a simple dialogue and give it a snap and give it a clap and give it a pop and give it some movement, have the students take it home, practice, and send you a clip. So indeed, pupils can practice and create beautiful dialogues at home. You're going to meet Ziv and his father here, and I'd like you to notice very important features of this clip. First, the repetition. The physical engagement with the language. The pupil motivation, which is very high here. Creativity involved in making this. The interaction with a parent or a friend. And the humor and the fun. So let's watch Ziv.
Hey Ziv, how is the weather today?
Today is cold, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv. Hey Ziv, how is the weather today?
Today is very hot, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv. Hey Ziv,
Hi, Dad.
how is the weather today?
Today is rainy. It's rainy today, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv.
Hi.
Hey Ziv,
Hey,
how
Dad.
is the weather today?
Today is snowy, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv. Hello, Ziv.
Hello, Dad.
How is the weather today?
Today is sunny.
Thank you, Ziv.
Thank you, Dad.
Hey, Ziv. How is the weather today?
Today is cloudy, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv. What are you drinking?
Tea.
Goodbye, Ziv.
Goodbye.
Hey, Ziv!
No way, Dad.
How is the weather today?
Stormy, Dad.
Thank you, Ziv!
Thank you, Dad.
Watch out!
I think as you can see here, all of these features that I've brought out here, the fun, the humor, the creativity, the repetition, the physical engagement with the language is just apparent here, and a beautiful opportunity for students to take English out of the classroom into their homes. So it's demonstration time. Again, we're going to be looking at more speaking activities. First is how you can take attendance and promote speaking, an activity we can call this or that, or would you rather. Another warm-up chant entitled Going on a Picnic. A memory chain game, Going to Grandma's House. How to use picture prompts on the board and then use them in pairs to have students speak. And we have here more guessing games, Guess Who, picture dictations, Draw My Monster, and we're ready to go. Welcome back to my classroom. So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too.
I'm happy to see you too.
Good. So let's take attendance. Let's see who's here today. We're going to play this or that. Aharona, watch movies or read a book? Shelley, if you agree, stand up. Or just put your thumb up. Just put your thumb up. Watch movies or read a good book?
Read a good book.
If you agree, Shelley, thumb up. Okay. Shelley, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay. Computer games or outdoor sports?
Outdoor sports.
A loyal friend or a rich friend?
A loyal friend.
Okay. Good job. We're going to actually do a warm-up chant. We're going to get our mouths moving, going on a picnic. You ready? Going on a picnic.
Going on a picnic.
Leaving right away.
Leaving right away.
If it doesn't rain,
If it doesn't rain,
we'll stay all day.
we'll stay all day.
Did you bring the sandwiches?
Yes, I brought the sandwiches.
Did you bring the soda?
Yes, I brought the soda.
Did you bring the bananas?
Yes, I brought the bananas.
Did you bring the lemonade?
Yes, I brought the lemonade.
Going on a picnic.
Going on a picnic.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you. Good job. Now we're going to play a memory chain game, Going to My Grandma's House. Listen. I'm going to my grandma's house, and I'm going to put in my bag. In my bag, I'm going to take my purple pajamas. Shelley, in my grandma's house, say it.
In my
Oh, my
bag.
mistake, sorry. I'm going to my grandma's house,
I'm going to my grandma's house.
and I'm taking in my bag,
And I'm taking in my bag
say what I take.
my purple pajamas and a book.
Good job. Please, Aharona, your turn. I'm going to my grandma's house,
I'm going to my grandma's house.
and in my bag,
And in my
I'm
bag,
going to take
I'm going to take purple pajamas and a book and my socks.
Good job. And we would do this all around the class. Good job. We're going to do another activity. Can you take out your pictures, please? Take out your pictures. Okay. I'm going to give the whole class 3 minutes to say as much as you can. I can see, there is, there are. Maybe there's colors that you see. Maybe there's people that are doing things. You have 3 minutes to say as much as you can about this picture. Ready? Shelley, you start. Shelley, Shelley, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
I see a plane.
I see a bicycle.
I see a bus.
I see a green car.
I see kids.
I see a store.
I see a dog.
I see a shower.
I see a train.
I see a lot of kids together.
I see carrots.
3, 2, 1, stop. Good job. You have so many sentences that you can say about the picture. We're going to do it again, but this time in pairs. Only the two of you, the two of you, the two of you will work in pairs, okay? What do? You tick every sentence you can say, okay? Shelly, if you say a sentence, Arona, tick. Arona, if you say a sentence, tick. Let's see if you can make more sentences that are on the board. Are you ready? 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, begin.
I see a shower.
I see a red car.
I see a tree.
I see a red bike.
I see... What else?
5, 4,
A yellow
3,
bag.
A yellow bag.
2, 1. If you hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap 2 times. If you hear me, clap 3 times. Good job. So what we could see here were several activities that can be very useful for integrating speaking throughout the whole lesson. So when we take attendance, for example, it's an opportunity to promote speaking. What you saw here in the first step was that I just took attendance. I called a child's name, and I gave them 2 options to choose from. If we have time and it's not a large class, they can say why they chose that option, okay? And the other pupils in the class, if they agree, they can put their thumb up that they agree. So here are some examples of this or that's. You heard some of them, but here you have some more. Some of them can incorporate lower order thinking skills and some require more thought. You can choose, of course, who you would ask what question to. So for example, working alone or in a team, or going back in time or going into the future, you would probably give challenging questions like that to a higher level student. A warm-up chant that you saw here, going on a picnic, is a great way to get energy sparked in the classroom, to lower inhibitions, to get the mouths moving in English. However, not all teachers love to sing. So we can take a song and turn it into a chant, which is what you saw here, the original song. Rafi's song, Going on a Picnic with Music, is lovely for teachers that like to sing. But we can actually convert it into a chant version, which is what you heard. And this was Going on a Picnic. You can see the 3 different stages, how I prepared the students, how we work together, how they have repeating after me before we actually do it. This becomes automatic and becomes very quickly a chant that students use and know by memory. Memory chain games, going to grandma's house. What's a memory chain game? A memory chain game helps promote, first of all, collaboration between the students. It's a very popular circle game for children from ages 1 to 99. Basically, all they need to do is contribute to what is being taken in the suitcase, but they need to remember what their friends said. So why? Great vocabulary practice. Wonderful for heterogeneous classes. Kids can choose the language they want to use, what they can retrieve. Pupil choice, obviously, and repetition. There's lots of repetition and great collaboration for after the first few children. They help each other. So, going to grandma's house, what am I going to take? Here, once again, you see this opportunity for students, first of all, to listen to each other, so they're engaged, and to choose the language that they feel is they're most comfortable with. What can you say about the picture? Well, what would be on the board would be these sentence stems, so they would be able to see that. I can see, there is, there are, what people are doing in the picture. And then you have the steps. How would you explain to the students what they're going to do? Okay. Another game is Guess Who. Guess Who is lots of fun. It's an old game from, I think, the 50s or the 60s, from the previous century. But basically the idea here is that students each have a card, pupil A, pupil B. They choose a character and they need to guess each other's character, who they've chosen. You can play Guess Who with the original characters. You can play Guess Who with monsters of different colors and simplify the language. Lots of fun. Information gap activities, you can take a simple worksheet where there are descriptions and pictures and photocopy it, laminate it, and have the students work as teams to discover. One has the descriptions and one has the pictures, and they need to give the description and match it to the correct picture. If they hide from each other what they're holding, it's a true information gap activity. Then they work together. You integrate skills, and they can write their responses in their notebooks. Picture dictations are lots of fun. Draw my monster. I would start always by having the students draw my monster. So it starts as a listening activity, and they understand what it is that they need to do. So I would say to my students, my monster is green, it has 3 feet, it has 2 hairs, it has 5 hands, and they would draw the picture and compare it to my picture. But we can use that as a stepping stone for a pair work activity. So I'm inviting you back into the classroom with Aharona and Shelley to see how they do their picture dictations. Okay, Aharona and Shelley, can I see your monsters, please? Thank you. Now don't show your monsters to each other. Do you have a pencil? Do you have a piece of paper? Great. Do you have your colors, your crayons? Wonderful. Okay. Shelley, tell Aharona about your picture. Aharona, draw Shelley's picture.
My monster has one big eye. It has 2 hands on each side. It has 4 feet, 1 tooth, and a smiling face.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shelley. And of course, we would go on, and Aharona would do the same thing. She would tell Shelley how to draw her monster. So what you see here is a beautiful opportunity to incorporate listening and speaking, again, in pairs. And of course, we have Who Stole the Cookies from the Cookie Jar? Who Stole the Cookies from the Cookie Jar is an authentic English speakers' children's chant that is very, very popular. So let's go back into the classroom and see how it goes. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Look what I have. It's a cookie jar.
Oh, a cookie jar.
Again, it's a cookie jar.
It's a cookie jar.
Yeah, it's a cookie jar. Who stole the cookies
the cookies
from the cookie jar?
from the cookie jar.
From the cookie jar.
From the cookie jar.
Who stole the cookies
Who stole the cookies
from the cookie jar?
From the cookie jar.
Let's do it. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Say it.
Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar?
Aharona stole the cookies from the cookie jar.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Couldn't be.
Then who?
Shelley.
Shelley stole the cookies from the cookie jar. She said Shelley stole the cookies from the cookie jar.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Couldn't be.
Then who?
You did.
Lori stole the cookies from the cookie jar. She said Lori stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Who, me?
Yes, you.
And they were so tasty, thank you.
Oh.
Okay, Who Stole the Cookies from the Cookie Jar is a classic, lots of fun. You heard couldn't be because that's how native English speakers grew up saying couldn't be, but a simple way of doing this is yes, you, not me, then who. We have this also, of course, as video clips, but this is the kind of thing that is just beautiful for closing a lesson. And of course, there's always cookies that you may consider distributing. Really nice for partani lessons. So let's sum up our tutorial. These are the tips for promoting spoken production that I hope you find useful. First is we need to maximize speaking opportunities throughout the whole lesson. There's no such thing as a speaking lesson. There are lessons that we incorporate from the beginning to the end, from the beginning to the taking attendance, to warming up, to chanting, to transitions, and to closure, and sometimes it's really a focus. We need to model, we need to explain less in words and show more, demonstrate more. We need to break them down part of the sentence, then the next part of the sentence. We need a lot of choral repetition. We need to practice the questions and answers. And this is critical if we don't want the students to speak in their native tongue. Best to work in pairs or trios, more pupil talk, less teacher talk. Using cues and signals are critical with young learners, whether it's counting or some of the things you saw here. And we really need to focus on fluency, to motivate, to engage, and to enable our students to communicate without fear of making mistakes. And most of all, to have fun. So thank you for watching.